You got the video? You got the video there? Yes, ma'am.
We are on the record matter of State of Ohio versus Graham Skeens, case number 22 CR 96. Mr. Skeens' case before the court is an arraignment. You have been indicted on 4 different counts. Have you received a copy of this indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know approximately when you received this indictment?
Yesterday.
When did you receive it?
Yesterday.
Has it been at least 24 hours?
No.
So you do have the right to receive it at least 24 hours prior to today's arraignment. Do you want to wait 24 hours, or are you willing to go forward at this time?
I'm willing to go forward.
And Mr. Skeens, you also have the right to have me read this indictment to you. Would you like me to read it to you?
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your answer.
No, ma'am, I'm all right.
Okay. So your indictment alleges 2 counts of aggravated trafficking of methamphetamines, which is an F2, and 2 counts of aggravated possession of methamphetamines, which is also an F2. With an F2, you could serve between 2 and 8 years in a penitentiary and receive a fine of up to $15,000. Mr. Skeens, you also have the right to have an attorney represent you at every stage of these proceedings. I do see that you did fill out an application for court-appointed counsel. Your application states that you live at 613 Linden Avenue in Greenfield. Who do you live there with?
Girlfriend.
And who is that?
Trinity Rickman.
Trinity who?
Rickman.
Rickman?
Yeah.
And how long have you lived at that residence?
Not too long, less than a year.
Okay, less than a year. Is that a month? Is that 9 months? Give me a rough guess.
Probably 3.
3 months?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, I want you to look at me when you talk, and I want you to speak in complete sentences. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So, Mr. Skeens, it also states that you are currently unemployed. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long have you been unemployed?
I have never had a job.
Never held a job, and how old are you?
21. I've been in prison since.
Okay. So, Mr. Skeens, you do qualify for court-appointed counsel. I am going to appoint Catherine Hafner to represent you. Ms. Hafner's name and phone number will be in an entry that you'll receive. So that Ms. Hafner can adequately represent your interests, I am going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. That not guilty plea will preserve your rights for trial, and you can discuss that with your attorney. I also need to set bond today. Is there anything you wish to state in regards to your bond?
No.
Mr. Skeens, I am going to set your bond today at $15,000 cash or surety. If you are able to make that bond, I am going to order that you pay $171 service fee through the clerk of court's office. I am also going to order that you have to report weekly to the probation department, undergo any random drug testing that they would recommend. You'd have to keep them informed of any phone numbers and addresses where they could contact you, and that you would be under house arrest. You would be under house arrest at 613 Linden Avenue in Greenfield. I would also order that you not leave the state of Ohio. Do you have any questions about any of that?
No, ma'am.
I am going to set your case for a bond review hearing. That case is currently scheduled for April the 14th at 3 p.m. Your first pretrial is currently scheduled for May the 18th at 1 p.m. Your final pretrial is currently scheduled for June the 1st at 1 p.m. And I currently have you scheduled for a jury trial on June the 27th at 8 a.m. Any questions? questions about
No,
any of
ma'am.
that? No?
No, ma'am.
Anything further for today?
No, ma'am.
If there's nothing further, we're adjourned. Right with you. Are you Mandy Young?
Yes.
So we are on the record in the matter of Young, or State of Ohio versus Mandy Young, case number 22 CR 59. Case before the court is a hearing regarding an indictment. Ms. Young, you were picked up on an indictment. Can you tell the court when you received a copy of this indictment?
I received the fee and all the paperwork yesterday when I got booked in Highland.
So you do have the right to receive this indictment at least 24 hours prior to today's arraignment. Have you received that at least 24 hours ago?
Yes.
Okay. And you also have the right to have me read this indictment to you. Would you like me to review this indictment with you?
Yes.
So the indictment alleges the State of Ohio versus Mandy Young. Count 1 is aggravated trafficking of methamphetamines in the vicinity of a school zone, which is an F3. Count 2 is aggravated possession of methamphetamines, which is an F5. Count 3 is aggravated trafficking of methamphetamine in the vicinity of a school zone, which is an F1. Count 4 is aggravated possession of methamphetamines, which is an F2. Count 5 is aggravated trafficking in fentanyl-related compound in the vicinity of a school zone, which is an F3. Count 6 is aggravated possession of a fentanyl-related compound, which is also an F5. Also aggravated trafficking in methamphetamines, again, which is an F2. Aggravated possession of methamphetamines, which is an F2. With the F1, you could be sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison, a fine of up to $20,000. You had one F1. The 2 F3s, you could be sentenced to prison between 1 and 5 years, fine up to $10,000. Your F5, you could be sentenced to prison between 6 and 12 months and a fine of up to $2,500. We also have 2 F2s, that's 2 to 8 years in prison, fine of up to $15,000. All of those could be served either consecutively, which means one after the other, or concurrently, which means he could, the judge could sentence you, could have you serve all the time at once. But he could add them together and have you serve them all separately. So this alleges that in regards to count 1, on or about March the 16th of 2021 in Highland County, Ohio, Mila Aubrey, Eugene Robinson, Mandy Lynn Young, and James Beamer did knowingly sell or offer to sell methamphetamines, a Schedule II controlled substance in the vicinity of the school zone in violation of 2925.03A1 of the Ohio Revised Code against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Count 2 alleges on or about March 16, 2021 in Highland County, Ohio, Mila Aubrey, Eugene Robinson, Mandy Lynn Young, and James Beamer did knowingly obtain, possess, or use a Schedule II controlled substance, to wit, methamphetamines, in violation of Section 2925.11 of the Ohio Revised Code against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Count 3 alleges that on or about March the 19th of 2021 in Highland County, Ohio, Malik Aubrey, Eugene Robinson, Mandy Lynn Young, and James Beamer did knowingly sell or offer to sell methamphetamines, a Schedule II controlled substance, in an amount equal to or exceeding 5 times bulk amount, but less than 50 times bulk amount, in the vicinity of a school zone in violation of Section 2925.03A1 of the Ohio Revised Code against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Count 4 alleges that on or about March the 19th, 2021 in Highland County, Ohio, Malik Aubrey, Eugene Robinson, Mandy Lynn Young, and James Beamer did knowingly obtain, possess, or use a Schedule II controlled substance, to wit, methamphetamine, in an amount equal to or exceeding 5 times the bulk amount, but less than 50 times the bulk amount, in violation of Section 2925.11 of the Ohio Revised Code against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Count 5 alleges on or about March 19, 2021 in Highland County, Ohio, that Malik offered Eugene Robinson, Mandy Lynn Young, and James Orthimer did knowingly sell or offer to sell a fentanyl-related compound, a Schedule II controlled substance, in the vicinity of a school zone and in violation of Section 2925.03A1 of the Ohio Revised Code and against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Count 6 alleges on or about March 19, 2021, in Highland County, Ohio, Malik offered Eugene Robinson, Mandy Lynn Young, and James Orthimer did knowingly obtain possession, use a Schedule II controlled substance to wit a fentanyl-related compound in violation of Section 2925.11 of the Ohio Revised Code against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Count 7 alleges on or about March 21st, 2021, in Highland County, Ohio, Malik offered Eugene Robinson, Mandy Lynn Young, did knowingly sell or offer to sell the methamphetamine, Schedule II controlled substance in the amount of equal to or exceeding 5 times bulk amount but less than 50 times bulk amount in violation of Section 2925.03A1 of the Ohio Revised Code against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Count 8 alleges on or about March 21st, 2021, in Highland County, Ohio, Malik offered Eugene Robinson and Mandy Lynn Young did knowingly obtain, possess, or use a controlled Schedule II controlled substance to wit methamphetamine in an amount equal to or exceeding 5 times bulk but less than 50 times the bulk amount in violation of Section 2925.11 of the Ohio Revised Code against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. Ms. Young, you have the right to have an attorney represent you at all stages of this proceeding, and I do see that you did apply for court-appointed counsel. I'd like to review that application with you. The application alleges that you live at 1817 Renee Drive in Dayton, Ohio. Is that correct?
Yes.
And who lives at that address with you?
My uncle,
And what is your uncle's name?
William Harris.
And how long have you lived with your uncle?
This past year.
And is that a residence that you can return to?
I'm hoping I can, but if not, I have another address that I can return to.
And prior to being arrested, were you employed?
Yes.
And where did you work?
I'm currently still working. I have my mom contact her. It's ASPM. It's a plastic molding factory in Beaver Creek.
You didn't qualify. When you were working, you said you could return to work at that place. How much were you making?
Yes, I have. I'm sorry, what?
How much were you making there?
$14.60. I just got hired on, so I was going for a pay raise here soon.
So when I look at your application and it says $1,600, is that supposed to be your?
That's what.
Is that supposed to be your gross amount or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been employed there?
I got hired on through a temp agency December 7th, so I want to say about 4 months.
Okay. I am going to find that you qualify for court-appointed counsel. I'm going to appoint William Armentrout to represent you. Mr. Armentrout's name and phone number will be in an entry that you'll receive. So that Mr. Armentrout can adequately represent your interests, I am going to enter a non-guilty plea on your behalf. We also need to talk about setting bail today. Is there anything you wish to state in regards to that?
No.
I'm going to set bail at $10,000 plus an OR bond. The OR bond is your promise to reappear at all future court appearances. If you fail to appear, that could be considered a 5th-degree felony, which you could serve between 6 and 12 months in the penitentiary. If you are able to make bond today, you would have to also pay a $171 service fee through the clerk of court's office. I would also order that you report weekly to the probation department, undergo any random drug tests that they might require, keep them informed of any current phone numbers, work phone number, home phone number, and addresses. But also order that you have no contact with any of the co-defendants in this case, which are Malik Robinson, Patrell Miller, James Beamer. And I would also order that you would be under house arrest at 1817 Renee Drive or any other address that you would inform probation department.
Would you like the other address that it could be at?
Sure.
It would be 3205 Fantasia Trail, Dayton, Ohio, 45449.
In addition to that, I would order that you not be permitted to leave the state of Ohio. I am setting this matter for bond review. The bond review, this bail review hearing, will be on April the 14th, 2022 at 3 p.m. I am going to schedule you for a first pre-trial. That's currently scheduled for May the 18th at 1 p.m. Final pre-trial scheduled for June the 1st, 1 p.m. And currently scheduled for a jury trial on June 27th at 8 a.m. Do you have any questions about any of that?
No.
If there's nothing further, more adjourned.